to Barbell Brigade. I'm Gio.
I'm Bart.
And I'm Lou Galvez.
Oh shit, the full name. Alright, how do you guys balance your everyday life with prepping for a competition?
Shit, sometimes I don't.
Man, it's like you already knew the question.
You don't? What do you mean you don't?
Your life is just all out of
Sometimes
control.
I'm just like,
You just quit the competition and run away from home?
no.
You just run away from home and commit to the competition.
No.
So what do you do?
No. Well, sometimes I'm just like really tired, you know, and that's when you kind of have to like really just mentally focus, because when you're tired from training, it affects everything.
Oh,
Dang.
right.
It affects your focus, it affects your energy level, it affects how social you are. Like,
Yeah.
I go from like 1,000,000% to like only like 9 million. I mean,
What? That went up.
500,000.
Oh. But then how do you cope with that? Or you don't? You have
I
no
do. I
finish?
mean, sometimes I feel like people tell you like, oh, you know, for example, a saying is like, oh, when you fall down, you gotta get up right away. No, I think that sometimes you should stay down, collect
Take a
yourself.
nap on the floor.
Take a nap on the floor
Bleed
at the
everywhere.
gym.
Yeah.
At the gym on the turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
But I feel like sometimes you need to evaluate yourself to stay down and see like, all right, I need to do this. Like, I need to train this day and this day. Like, you don't have to follow your schedule on point, like, but you have to definitely create a schedule. You know, whether you have to rearrange it every week, because I feel like if you have structure, it's gonna make everything go easier. You know, it stresses you out when you don't, and I do that a lot. What about you guys? You guys are always busy.
Yeah. Well, when I have things going on that are really important, I try to prioritize. So me, obviously, if I signed up for and I've been training for that for like the past 3 months, then that's gonna take a really bless you.
Salud.
Excuse me, sorry.
It's gonna take a huge priority for me. So that is up there with work, and I try to balance those two. I remember Sarah, like when he was prepping for the last meet, he was kind of getting stressed out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he was prioritizing work
Yeah.
and then also the meet. But also since Sarah is such a great guy, he's always helping friends out. And so like every weekend, I remember he had to go somewhere like out of the city or out of somewhere, and he would spend like the whole weekend helping out his friends do meets or move and all that. And he was like, damn, I wonder how come I can't hit my numbers. The meet's coming up soon. My numbers keep dropping. And I was looking at his life. And when you're just helping friends and you're hanging out, what you don't realize is that is also a stressor, and it can be just as tiring,
Yeah.
like going out with your friends, as it is training for a whole day.
Hell yeah.
But even though you're only training 3 or 4 days a week, going out all day at Disneyland, you're walking
That's
all day.
exhausting.
So those are things you have to take into consideration too.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I find myself too, because on top of what both of you guys have said, you also have to take into account when you're training for a meet. It's like you've already been training for months, and you're constantly putting your muscles through stress and fatigue. So that usually brings on a fried CNS, and when that happens, it's like you feel this crazy, like emotions are drained, and you feel absolutely depressed. So those are other things you have to also balance. So I feel like when you have a structure and you have this schedule, and you can kind of plan your life, like. Lucky for us, we kind of create our own schedule at work that we know that if we have a meet coming up at like let's say the end of the month, then we know not to put any events that are gonna add more stress on top of what we have to do. So always looking at your life and like considering that, hey, it's gonna take me 3, 4, 5, 6 months to prep for this meet, then just kind of structuring your life around that. Like you might not want to get married, you might not want to like bring kids into the world at that time. So just again, prioritizing and scheduling is
Every
huge.
new event or every new change to your life is considered a stressor by your body, and whether it's a negative or positive stressor, like winning the lottery or going bankrupt, they're both stressors, and your body's gonna take it the same way. Psychologically, one's happy, the other one's sad, but your body's still gonna take a stressor as a stressor, and the CNS will get affected by a stressor.
Damn, I'm learning a lot right
Yeah,
now.
'cause-
Fuck.
so just think about a really happy moment in your life where you're like, yeah, this is great, and then at the end of that moment, you're like, fuck, I'm so exhausted.
Like you watch a football game, right? And
That's
your favorite
true.
team
Yeah.
wins. You're like, I was about to say wings.
I know, I
Your
know
favorite team
that.
wins. You're like, fuck. You guys go out and you're partying, you come home, you're like, fuck, they fucking won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when you come from a vacation, it's
That's
like
true.
you're on a vacation, everything's happy, everything's great, but you
You guys
come
are
back
right.
home and you're like, fuck, I need another vacation.
Shit, I need to watch this video when I get home. I'm learning a lot right
So
now.
definitely, you need to learn how to plan your life.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do to balance your everyday life with prepping for a meet? Leave it
I
in the
watched
com-
this video.
Leave it in the comments below. Make sure to like the video.
Deuce.
he was
One-on-one.
talking.
He was like the
That
homie
makes sense.
Shanko.
Well, it felt like his translator was talking to me. He doesn't speak English.
Right.
But what he told me was, it takes 2 weeks for any form change for your body to adapt to it. So sometimes, like, you go to